If you want to start an online business or you currently have an offline business and you want to take it online, then creating a business website is your first step forward. Now, I'm not a designer or programmer. I cannot create my website. Now don't tell me I need to go to a design or a programming school for that. I completely agree with you, but trust me, you don't have to touch a line of code. You don't have to be a designer or a programmer to create your WordPress website. And especially in these times when we have assistance of AI, you can easily create your business website on WordPress. And that's what we are going to show you in this video. We are going to show you how we created this website without touching a line of code. We are going to cover how we can use AI to generate the first draft of our WordPress website. And after that, we are also going to cover how we can customize various parts of our website using one of the most powerful and popular theme, that is Astra. And then we can take a look at how we can use Spectra Plugin to edit and create some amazing looking website layouts. And we are not stopping here. We are also going to cover how we can create inner pages for our website with personalized content using the power of ZipWP AI. So if all that sounds interesting, then hop in and I'll show you everything step by step. My name is Ankit and you are watching Brainstorm Force YouTube channel, the makers of the Astra theme. And we are going to show you everything step by step without skipping anything. Hey, the video is fine. Is there any way I can go ahead and read all these steps to create my website? That's completely fine. Along with this video, you will also have a written guide which you can follow step by step to create your complete WordPress business website. That will be linked in the video description below. Along with that, you also get a free checklist that you can download from the same article so that you can make sure that you have covered everything while creating your business website. And we are going to list all these resources in the video description below. So let's begin with our step number 1, that is booking our domain and hosting. Hey, I'm not a techie guy, so can you help me understand what is domain and what is hosting? Sure, let's go ahead and start from very basics first. So what is a domain? A domain is like the title of a book. Just like each book has a unique title, a domain is the unique address of a website on the internet. This is what people will type in to find and explore a specific website, like apple.com or facebook.com. Now picture your website as a fantastic book filled with information and pictures. The title of this book is the domain, and this makes your website unique in the vast library of the internet. So the domain defines a unique identity or address of your business on the internet. Now let's try to understand what is hosting. Hosting is like the library where your unique book can reside. In the online world, hosting is the place where all the information on a website stores and made available for everyone to read, just like books stored in a library for people to borrow or read. Now let's bring all this together. Your website, like a book, has a unique title, that is the domain name in this case, and hosting, just like library, is where all the cool stuff on your website is stored, making it accessible to everyone who wants to read it. How do you choose a domain name? Now your domain name is significant for your business and your online identity. So here are a few considerations to make while choosing one. Ideally, it should have your business or your brand name in it. So let's say we are building this website for a local bakery shop and the brand name is BakeStromForce. So the ideal domain for this brand would be BakeStromForce.com. But just in case we don't get the exact match, we can do some combinations and find whichever suits best for the brand name. And make sure you do not use any hyphens or numbers to make it look clean and easy to remember. Now, in order to book our domain and get our hosting, there are various websites online, but luckily now we have companies that can offer both at same place. And one of them is Hostinger, where you will not just get hosting, you can also get a free domain for first year with a 24/7 customer support at the price of $299 per month, which is a great deal for a beginner or a startup website. But just in case you have a website with a lot of traffic or you're an agency who want to manage a lot of websites, then you can also look for an option like Cloudways, which is known for its amazing managed cloud hosting. But for this example, let's go ahead and use Hostinger, where we can get our hosting as well as a free domain for first year. Is it necessary that I go ahead and purchase domain and hosting from same place? That's a very good question. If you don't want to register your domain and hosting at one place, make sure you check out this video right here. where we have covered the best place which you can use to book your domain. And just to make it more convenient for you, we have collaborated with various hosting companies to get the best deals for you. So make sure you check out the video description below, where we will list all the deals and special coupons, which is surely going to save you a lot while booking your order for the hosting and domain. So here we are on the hostinger.com website, and in order to book our hosting, we need to go to hosting option from the very top. And here we will choose the first option, that is web hosting. Let's click on this. And here on this page, we have 3 different plans starting from $2.99 per month, which is good for a beginner level or a startup website, where you get an option for 100 GB SSD storage, weekly backups. And the most important part that we need to concentrate is we are getting free domain with free emails and unlimited free SSL as well. So once again, if you are just a beginner or new in the business and trying to create website for your local store, then this plan is good to start with, and later on you can upgrade if it is required. So right now we will just go ahead and click on add to cart to select this plan. So here we are on the pricing page, and here we can choose whether we want to choose a 12-month subscription, 24 or 48 months. So it's obvious that more we pay, the more discount we get. But just in case you don't want to commit for 48 months, then you can go ahead and choose 12 or 24 months as well. But make sure you at least go with the 12 months plan in order to get the free domain. And once you have selected this plan, we can now move on to the step number 2, that is creating your account. So you can go ahead and enter your email ID and a strong password to create an account. So I'm just going to enter my email address here, and then I will enter a strong password for creating my account on Hostinger. And now we can scroll down to the step number 3, where we just need to enter our payment details to process this order. So depending upon your location, you will see the payment options here. But right now we are going to select credit card, and we just need to fill up all these details. And if you are following along with me, you can go ahead and fill up all these details, enter your card details, and submit this form to complete the checkout process. It is just like any other shopping cart form. So let me just quickly go ahead and fill up all these details, and I'll see you on the other side. And now it's going to take a few seconds to process our payment, and it's already done here. So now we have completed the checkout process, and from here we can just go ahead and click on this Start Now button. It's going to start an onboarding process. It might look a little bit different depending upon when you are watching this video. They always update this process time to time. But in order to show you every setup from scratch, let me just go ahead and click on the Hostinger icon from the top so that we can land on our dashboard, and then I'll show you everything step by step. So let's click on this. And the first thing we notice here is that as we have created a new account, we need to verify our email address. So we just need to go ahead and log in our email account to check if there is any verification emails from Hostinger. So let's go ahead and do that first. And here is the email. So I'll just go ahead and click on verify email button from here. And it's again going to take me to the Hostinger dashboard. So now we can see that notification is gone. So now our email address is now verified. So now we need to do 2 things. We need to set up our hosting account, and we need to claim our free domain as well. So let's go ahead and claim our free domain first. So we click on claim domain, and here first I'll select .com from the extension options here, and then we will enter our brand name. So we have created a dummy brand for a bakery shop for which we are going to create this website, and we are going to call it Bake Storm Force. Let's go ahead and check if this domain is available. Alright, so we can see that the domain is available. So let's go ahead and claim it. And now in order to finish the registration process of this domain, we need to give some contact details here, just so that they will know that who is the owner of the domain and whom they need to contact if anything goes wrong or if there is any update or any notification need to be sent. So this is just part of the process. You can go ahead and enter your business details here. So let's go ahead and click on next step. And here we can see the basic details are already filled up. Now I just need to complete this form and then click on finish registration. So let me just go ahead and do that right now. Alright, let's click on finish registration. And with this, our domain is now registered. So let's click on continue. And now from here, we can choose their hosting plan, but we have already purchased our hosting, so we can skip this part. So now we are back on the home page or the dashboard of our Hostinger hosting account. And here we can see we have one domain which we have registered just now. And now it's time to set up our hosting account. So let's click on setup from here, and I'll just go ahead and skip this wizard from here to see how the backend looks. So let's click on this. And here we are going to skip it again to create an empty website. And here we just need to select the domain for which we want to set up our hosting. So we are going to use the same domain that we have just booked. So we select that and click on select button from here. And now at this point, we can choose our name servers, which is right now set on North America. So if you want, we can change that from here. So let's say your target audience is from Asia. So you can select any server from Asia. Or if you have the target audience in Europe, so you can select any name server from here. But right now we will leave it on North America only. So let's click on cancel and then we will click on finish setup. Alright, so it's going to do some backend stuff and within a few seconds, our hosting account will be ready to use. Alright, so it says we are ready. And here we have an option to visit the site, but we have nothing yet on the website. So we'll click on the control panel to manage our website. So let's click on this. And now we are in the dashboard in order to manage the hosting for this domain. And from here, we can manage the files, we can manage the database and all the other hosting related stuff. Now our next step is to add SSL certificate for this domain. So for that, we need to click on security and then click on SSL. And here we can see the SSL certificate is already active for this domain because it was part of our hosting plan that we will get unlimited SSL for our domain. So here we can see the SSL is already active. So we don't need to do anything, but make sure you verify the SSL certificate status once you log in the hosting panel. So now we can go ahead and come back to our dashboard. So now our domain and hosting setup is done. Let's go ahead and install WordPress on this website. So right now, if we open this domain in the new tab, it's going to show us a default landing page of Hostinger. So let's go ahead and add WordPress on this. So for that, we have an option here. It says auto installer, or we can go to website. And here we have an option for WordPress. So we can click on any of these options. So let's click on auto installer here. And then click on WordPress. And here we need to enter the details about the WordPress setup that we wish to create. So let me just open the advanced tab as well. So first we need to enter the website title. So we can enter the brand name here. And after that, it already got our email address here, which will act as the email address for the WordPress admin. If you want to change that, you can do this from here. And after this, we need to enter the username for the admin for this WordPress setup. So make sure you give it a unique username here and then enter a strong password. And now in the advanced section, we have the first option as installation path. So this is the place where our WordPress setup will be installed. So right now it's going to get installed on the root domain itself. So whenever we open this website, it will show the WordPress website. Now, just in case if you want to install this WordPress setup inside a directory, you can enter the folder name here. But right now we will leave it as it is. And just below that, we have an option for database as well. So we can create a new database and enter the database password here. So we can leave it as it is and then click on next. And now here we can choose which version of WordPress we want to install. So we will choose the recommended one and we will keep the language as English. And these are just the basic details about the PHP version and the space this setup is going to take. And below this, we have an update scheduler for this WordPress setup. So we will keep it on recommended one and then click on install. So once again, it's just going to take a few seconds and our WordPress setup will be ready to use. Alright, so our WordPress setup is now complete. We can go ahead and log in our WordPress admin from here. So we can click on this. And this will take us to the login screen of WordPress admin panel. Now you can simply go ahead and type in your website URL /wp-admin and you will land on the same page. So let's enter the WordPress login credentials that we have just created and then click on login. Now let's go ahead and install the theme that we are going to use to build our website. So here we are in our WordPress backend. And first thing I would like to do here is to clear all these notifications. So for that, we need to go to screen options from here and then we can just uncheck all of them so that we can have a clean dashboard. Alright, so if we go ahead and open this website in a new tab, this is how our website looks. Now this is no way close to what we have seen in the beginning, but stay with me, we are going to build the exact website. Right now it's using the default 2024 WordPress theme, and we are going to update that now. So let's close this and let's come back here in our WordPress backend. And now in order to install a new theme, we need to go to Appearance and then click on Themes. And right now, as we can see, we have 2024 theme installed. And in order to add a new theme, we need to click on Add New. And the theme that we are going to install is Astra. So we can see it's already listed in the top 4. Chances are you will always find Astra theme in the top row. But just in case, if you don't see it here, you can always use the search box here. Just type in Astra here and then you will see the Astra theme here. Now in order to install this theme, all we have to do is just click on Install and then click on Activate. And now we can get rid of this theme. So let's go ahead and delete this. Alright, so now we only have the Astra theme. Hey, can you explain why are we using Astra theme? Of course, you can go ahead and use any theme in the WordPress repository, but I'm sure you want to use a theme which is one of the most popular in WordPress repository and which is fast, which is lightweight, safe and secure. And using that, you can build almost any kind of website or blog. So that's why we are using Astra theme. Now, after installing our Astra theme, it's time to install the required plugins. So once we are done with the theme, our next step is to install required plugins. And for that, we need to go to Plugins. Let's click on this. And right now we don't have any plugin installed. So in order to add one, we need to click on Add New Plugin. And first we are going to install Spectra. So here is the Spectra WordPress plugin, which is a collection of powerful Gutenberg blocks, which is going to help us create any kind of website design or layout by just using the native Gutenberg editor. So in order to install this, we just need to click on Install Now and then click on Activate. Alright, so now the plugin is installed and we are at the dashboard of Spectra plugin. And this is the welcome screen. Here we can click on blocks and extensions to see all the Gutenberg blocks that comes with this plugin. And we also have AI feature here. And here comes the power of AI. We can connect our website to our ZipWP account. ZipWP, what's that? Now ZipWP is an AI-powered platform to create first draft for your WordPress website. All you have to do is just follow a few steps and you will have your fully functional website ready in just a few seconds. And if you want to learn more about ZipWP, make sure you check out this video right here. So we will come back on this in just a few minutes. And the last option here we have is settings. And here we can control all the settings for this plugin. So right now we don't need to do anything here. And now it's time to install a powerful plugin that is going to supercharge and fast forward our website creation process. So we go to plugins and click on Add New Plugin and we will search for Starter Templates. And this is the Starter Template plugin again from the Brainstorm Force team. And this is really going to change the game how we create this WordPress website. So first let's go ahead and install this plugin and then click on Activate. Now, if you are new to Starter Templates, then this is a collection of more than hundreds of WordPress website templates that you can use to create your WordPress website in just a few clicks. And as soon as we activate Starter Template plugin, we get two options here. So either we can go ahead and browse our template library, which got hundreds of templates that we can choose from to build this website, or we can use our latest AI website builder, which is powered by ZipWP, and create our complete website in just a few clicks. So for this example, let's go ahead and use the AI website builder. So let's click here, try the new AI builder. So now we just need to click on continue so that our WordPress website gets connected to our ZipWP account. Now I already have my ZipWP account registered. If you don't have one, it will prompt you to create your account first and then it will continue to this page. So let's click on continue. And now using this AI builder, we just need to follow these few steps and then we will have our complete website created using AI. Now these are the exact same steps that we follow if we use ZipWP AI platform to create our WordPress website. Now as our starter template plugin is now connected to our ZipWP account, it is going to follow the same step-by-step process. So in order to create our website, let's first select the type of website. So let's say we select restaurant from here. And then click on continue and let's give it a name. Now as we are building our website for a local bakery shop, so we have just added this dummy brand here and let's click on continue now. And here we need to add description about our business. what it is, what we serve. So the more information you can add here, it is better for the AI to understand how the website is going to look. But just like any other business owner, we are not content creators. So I just simply type one-liner to describe my business. And here we are going to use the power of AI. Let's click on improve using AI and see if we can get a better version of this description. So let's click on this and boom, this is surely better than what we have entered. So let's use this and click on continue. And this is the place where we can enter the contact details about our business. So I'm just going to enter some dummy details about the business. And below that, we have an option for social media. So if we click on this plus icon, we can enter the URL of the social media platforms that we have for this business. So let's say we have a Facebook page. So we can enter the URL here. And as soon as we click anywhere else, it's going to save the URL. Let's say we also have a YouTube channel. So let's go ahead and enter the URL for that as well. And then we can click on continue. And now on this page, we need to select images that we want to use on our website. Now, as you can see, all these images are coming from a copyright-free image platform. So you can go ahead and use any of these images which you think will go well with your brand. So we will leave this as it is and then click on continue. And on this step, we need to choose the style of website structure that we prefer to have for this site. So we can choose any one of these, but I like the first one. So I'll click on this and then we will click on continue. And just for the last step, we need to confirm all the information that we have entered here. And if everything looks good, we can simply click on start building the website. Let's click on this. And now we just need to wait for the AI magic to finish. And most of the time, it doesn't take more than 1 minute. And boom, here we have the first draft of our website created using ZipWP AI. And honestly, it looks so amazing that a business owner can simply use it directly on their website. Now, if you want to use this template, we can simply click on yes, I like it. Or we can go ahead and click on no, I want to regenerate, and it will start the process again with a new input. But right now it looks amazing. We can use this template and do all the customizations, whatever is required to create our final website. So for that, let's click on yes, I like it. So now our website is ready. We can start customizing it. So for that, let's click on start customization. And this will take us to this quick customization page where we can do various customizations regarding the look and feel of our website. For example, on this left-hand side panel, we have option to upload a site logo. So if you have an SVG or an image file of your logo, you can upload it from here and it will show you a quick preview right here. So let's try that right now. If we click on this, you can add the image from the media library, or you can simply upload one from your computer. So here are a few logo images. So let's try with this one. So here we can see our logo as well as the website title. So let's go ahead and hide this title from here. So we uncheck this option and the website title is gone. Now we can go ahead and increase the size of our logo from here. So I guess 300 is a good value. So this one looks perfectly fine. That's a great looking logo. Do I need to hire a designer to create a logo like this? Oh, this logo, thanks. What if I tell you that we have generated this logo using AI? And that's for free of cost. You want to learn how? Then make sure you check out this video right here. And after uploading our logo, we can scroll down a little bit. And here we have different options of color palette that we can use for this site. So right now it is set on default, which is using this blue tone color palette. Now, depending upon your business brand colors, you can go ahead and switch the color scheme like this. So I really like this color scheme. So I'll go with this color palette from here. And just like our color palette, we can also choose the fonts. So right now it is set on this font. You can also play around with different options from here. And once you are done with all the customizations, we need to just click on save from here in order to save our changes. And this is how the first draft of our website looks like. So let's go ahead and take a deep dive in the customization options that we have in Astra theme. So we will start by customizing our header first. So for that, we need to go to customize from here. Or we can go back in our WordPress backend and then from appearance, we can click on customize. So this is going to take us to the Astra theme customizer page. And now in order to customize our header, we can simply click on this pencil icon from here. This will directly take us to the primary header customizer, or we can use this left hand side navigation, and from here we can click on header builder, and this will again take us back to our header customizer. And here we can see we have an option for 3 rows that we can use to add different elements to create our primary header here. And we already have the site logo and primary menu and the call to action button here. Now let's say you want to edit your logo. So all you have to do is click on this logo widget here, and you can either remove or change the logo file. And in the same way, you can edit all the different widgets. Now let's say you want to create a header where you wish to have a logo in the middle and your primary navigation on the left and a call to action button on the right. So for that, all you have to do is just drag our widget from left to the center column. So here we can see the logo is now in center, and let's put this primary menu on the left corner like this one. So now we have the logo in the middle, menu on the left, and call to action button on the right. And once you are done with all the changes, we just need to click on publish from here. And our changes will be updated in the front end. And the best part is we can also customize the mobile view right from here. All we have to do is switch to the mobile mode from here. Click on this mobile icon right at the bottom left corner. And now we can see how it's going to look in mobile devices. So here we can do all the desired changes. So let's say we want to increase the size of our logo. So let's click on this. And here we can increase the logo width. And if you look closely, it's going to update the logo width only for the mobile device. So if we keep it 150, this is how it's going to look. And on the right hand side, we have this off canvas menu. And if we click on this hamburger icon here, this is how our navigation menu will look like. Now if we switch back to our desktop, so this is how we can customize our website header using the Astra theme customizer. Now there is a lot you can do in order to customize this header. Maybe you want to add a mega menu here instead of this simple menu. So for that, we have created a separate video. You can watch this video right here. We will link that in the I button above and in the video description below as well. Now after our header, it's time to customize our website footer, which is right now looking very basic with this copyright details and our social media icons. So let's go ahead and customize that. And now in order to customize our website footer, right here from our Astra customizer, we can go to footer builder. And this will take us to the footer customizer, which looks almost exactly like our header customizer. And once again, if you want to jump directly onto your footer customizer, you can simply click on this pencil icon here at the bottom of the page. So this is going to take us back into the same footer customizer. And from here, again, we can see there are few widgets like the copyright information and the social media icons. So we can again change the location as we want. So let's start by adding a widget here. So we click on this plus icon and then click on widget number 1. And let's go ahead and click on this wrench icon to edit the settings. And this is going to open the same Gutenberg block editor. So here we can add any Gutenberg block and create the content for this widget. So let's go ahead and add our logo here. So we search for image. So this is the image block that we are going to use. It is coming from Spectra. So let's click on this and we will choose a logo from our media library. Let's say this one. And let's click on add after. And here we are just going to add a little bit of text. Now let's click on this image once again. And from these 3 dots, we can access more settings here in order to access the block customizer. So we will align this to left. And once again, we click on this pencil icon here. So this is how our first widget will look. And after this, we can add few links. So here in the center column, we can click on this plus icon again, and we will choose the widget 2. And once again, we will click on this wrench icon, and we can now start adding the Gutenberg blocks here. So let's say we want to add icon list. So let's say we want to link some pages here, something like that. And once again, in order to access the customization panel for this block, we just need to click on these three dots here and then click on show more settings. And here we can add a link if we want. So let's say we want to link this to a page. So let's enter a dummy link here, and same goes for all these links. Now let's say in the third column we want to add our contact information. So let's click on this plus icon once again. We will add the widget number 3 here, and once again we'll click on this wrench icon, and once again we'll click on this plus icon, and we can start adding our blocks. So again we will use the list icon block, and we will enter all our contact details. And this is how it's going to look. Now instead of this white background, let's say we want to have a dark background here. So for that we need to click on this wrench icon here, which controls the complete row of this footer, or we can simply click on this pencil icon. So this will take us to the customization option for this entire row, and here we can change number of columns, how we want to stack elements, and various other details. But in order to change the background color, we need to go to Design tab on the top, and from the background option here, we need to click on this icon, and we can choose the dark color here from our global color palette, like this one. And same for the border color, maybe we can choose the orange color here. And now we need to change the color for all the elements that we have just added. So let's say for this text here, we click on this widget, and for this text, let's go ahead and access more settings. And for the text color, we are going to use the global color palette, like this one. And same goes for these two blocks as well. We go ahead and access more settings, and in style, we will change the icon color to orange, and we will change the label color to white. In the same way, we can go ahead and copy this style from here, and let's click on this block, and again click on this icon, and this time we will paste the style so that we can save a little bit of time and copy the same style here. So now this one looks much better, and let's do the same for this bottom row. Let's click on this pencil icon, and we go to design. Let's remove this border of 1 pixel, and for the background we are again going to change it to a darker color. And now for this copyright information, let's click on this pencil icon, or we can click on this copyright widget here, and then go to design, and this time we can change the color to maybe this little yellow shade, and let's reduce the font size a bit, maybe 12 pixel. And same goes for our social icons. Let's click on this, and we go to design, and then maybe just we need to switch these colors. So we choose the orange color here, and for the hover we will choose the lighter yellow, like this one. And maybe we need to increase the size of our icons here, like this one, and then just click on publish. Now this one looks much better. Now before we close, let's go ahead and again test this footer on the mobile view. So we go back and switch to mobile version here. And if we scroll down at the bottom, this is how our footer will look like, which looks cool. Alright, let's switch back to the desktop mode. Now I would like to add a small tip here. Now let's say you are working on any footer widget, and while adding all these blocks here, you feel that it's not comfortable and it's not actually easy to add these blocks and create all these items here. So here is another way how you can edit this widget. All you need to do is go back in your WordPress backend, and here under appearance, we need to go to widgets, and here you will find all the widgets that you are using in the theme customizer in front end. So let's say you want to edit this widget right here, which is our footer builder widget number 2. So all we need to do is click on this widget number 2 here, and we will have all the same things here. Now, right now we cannot see the content because it's in white color. And now it's a little bit easy here to add few more elements and do the customization from the right hand side panel here. So this is how we can customize our website footer using the Astra theme customizer. That looks really cool. What are the other customization options we have in Astra theme? Using Astra theme, you get a lot of customization options. And as I mentioned before, you can create almost any kind of website or blog by just using Astra theme. And it comes in a free as well as a pro version. And if you want to learn more about Astra theme and its features, make sure you check out this video right here. Now this one looks great. I can create my complete website using AI. Is it possible to create a new page using AI in this existing website? Now this one is interesting. In order to create new pages, or if you want to edit some content on your website, you do not have to do it from scratch. This is the point where the power of AI jumps in. Let me show you how you can use the AI assistance in Starter Template Library to create the inner pages and the content for that. Now, let me show you how easy it is to create new pages and content using starter templates and ZipWP AI. So let's go to pages, and here we'll click on add new page. So let's say we want to create a why choose us page. Now, instead of designing this page from scratch, we can go ahead and use starter templates. So let's click on starter template kit option that is showing right on the top. And here we can see three options. We have patterns. So here we can see patterns for different sections that we can create. So let's say we want to add a hero section on this page. So we have various patterns specifically designed for creating hero section. And let's say if you want to create about page, so we have patterns for creating the about page as well. And same goes for why choose us. So for page like this, we have these patterns, or we have another option that is pages. So these are all the complete page templates that we can import to create this page. So let's say we want to create an about us page. So here are the complete page template for about us. So we can import the complete page here. And same goes for services and contact us page. And next we have kits. So here we have the collection of kits, or the set of pages that we can import to create various pages on the site. So right now, if you come back here on patterns, now if you look closely, all these patterns are using our global typography as well as the global color palette from our website. So if you look at the bottom left corner here, we have color styles, and these colors are from our global color palette. So let's say we choose this color here. So we can see instantly all these patterns got a new color scheme. If we choose the third color from our color palette, we can see the changes happening in the real time. And right now it's not even using AI. So let's switch back to our original color here. Now let me show you the magic of AI in this. If we click on this settings icon here, so the first option is personalized library, which is powered by AI. So once we add the details about our website, the AI is going to suggest us the relevant text and the images for all these patterns. And the second option is to turn off this personalized mode. So let's go ahead and see how this AI powered library works. So we click on this, and once again, if it is your first time, this is going to ask you to connect your website or the starter template library to your Zip account. And once you do that, you will get 1000 credits to start with. So let's click on this get started button. And once again, it's going to authenticate your website with ZipWP. So let's click on continue. And now we just need to provide some information about our business. And once again, if it is your first time, this is how the AI is going to collect information about your website so that it can show you the personalized images and content. So for this case, we will select restaurant as our website type. Then click on continue. We will enter our brand name. Let's click on continue again. And we will enter the business description. And let's click on continue again. And then we can add some contact information. And then click on continue. And here it's going to suggest us few sample images. So let's click on continue again. And now we just need to confirm the information that we have just entered, and then click on personalized library, which is going to take 5 credits from our account. So let's click on this. And now as soon as we click on personalize AI, and now it's going to start personalizing all the patterns as per our website. So here we can see it's personalizing different sections, and it's going to take a few seconds to update all the sections. And now we can see all these patterns are now personalized as per our website. We can see the text as well as the images. They are all perfectly relevant for our website. So let's say you want to create a page header. We can click on this, and here we have all the patterns for creating a header, which are now personalized as per our website. So if we click on About, again, we have all the information as per our website, and it's also showing the relevant images. And same goes for all the other sections as well. So if you want to create a page for Why Choose Us, here are some patterns that we can use. So instead of using that boring lorem ipsum, we can now have some personalized text and images which are designed specifically for our website. So for this example, let's say we choose this pattern. So we click on Insert in order to add this pattern on this page. So this is how this pattern will look on this page. And as we can see, we don't have the boring lorem ipsum text here. It's perfectly personalized for a baker's website. So if we click on Publish, this is how it's going to look in the front end. And now we can just go ahead and add more content or patterns from our design library to create the full page. Now let's see how we can edit our contact page here. So on this page, we have our contact information. We also have a contact form. So let's dive in the WordPress backend and see how we can edit all this. So we come back here in our WordPress backend and we go to Pages, and here is our contact page. So let's click on Edit. So here we are in the backend of our contact page, and to start with, we have the container first. And if you want to change the background image here, we can go to Style, and here is the background image. We can update this from any image from our media library, and inside this container we have this heading, so we can also go ahead and edit this heading. And all these blocks are right now powered by Spectra Plugin. And if we scroll down a little bit, on the left hand side we have our contact information. So if we click on this, we have a simple heading and we can just type in our address here. So if you want to update, you can do that from here. And below our contact information, we have our social media icons as well. So if we click on this, this one is using an icon list block. So if we click on this, here on the right hand side, we can see all the settings. So if we go in Style, we can go ahead and increase the size of our icons. So let's say we change this to 35. And if you want to change the color of these icons, we can go ahead and choose the icon color from here, and we can select any color from our global color palette, but I will leave it as it is for now. And on the right hand side, we have our contact form. So if we click on this, we can now access all the settings regarding this form here. And here we can see the first option, that is show labels. So if we turn this off, we will only have the form fields. There will be no form label. So for now, let's turn this on. And we have style option as well if you want to keep it boxed or underlined. If we select underlined, so all the input fields will now have a single underline instead of a complete box border. So let's select the boxed one from here. And below this, we have confirmation type. So here we can define what should happen if someone clicks send message after filling this form. So right now it is set on message. So once a visitor fill up this form and click on send message, we will see the confirmation message like this one. And of course, we can go ahead and change this message from here. Along with that, if you want to redirect our visitors to a new page after filling this form, that we can do from here. So if we click on URL text, here we need to enter the redirect URL. So whatever URL we enter here, our visitors will get redirected to that URL once they fill up the form and click on send message. But right now we will leave it on message. And if we scroll down a little bit more, here we have error message tag. So this is the message the user will see if there is any error. And just below that, we can edit the settings for our submit button. So if we click on this, here we can change the alignment. So let's keep it full width. And after that, we have actions. So here we can define the email address where we want to receive all the information that has been filled in this form. So here we can enter the email address. Right now it's just taking the dummy email address that we have entered in the backend. So here you can enter your email address so that you can receive an email if anyone fills up this form. And below that, we have an option for subject. So here we can define the subject of email that we will get once a form is submitted. So right now it simply says form submitted. So let's go ahead and change this. Maybe something like this. And after this, we also have an option to add a copy email address. So the same email will be sent to the email address that we enter here. And we can also enter the BCC copy. So the email address we enter here will receive the BCC copy of this email. And the subject line remains the same for all three. If we scroll down a little bit more, we have Google reCAPTCHA option. So here, if we enable this, we can choose which Google reCAPTCHA we want to implement for this form. So we can choose version 2 or version 3. But in order to make it work, we need to enter our site key and our secret key here. So for that, we need to open this link in a new tab. And this is going to take us to the Spectra settings tab. And here we have an option for integrations. So this is the place where we need to enter the Google reCAPTCHA site key and secret key. So let's go ahead and enter the reCAPTCHA version 3 details. And it is saved successfully. So now we can come back here in our contact page and then just click on update to save all the changes we made till now. And let's select this main container here. And if we click on these three dots and click on add after, let's go ahead and add another container. We will choose a single container. And in this, let's go ahead and add a Google map. So again, we are going to use the Google map block from Spectra plugin. And by this, we will be able to add a Google map for our business location. And here on the right hand side under General tab, we have an option for address. And this is the place where we need to add the address for our business location. So whatever location we enter here, it will get updated in the map. So let's say we enter White House, Washington. So here it picks up the location from the map. So you can enter your business address here and it will get updated. And below that, we can also zoom in the map, whatever level we want. And we can also add a little bit of height here so that we can see the neighboring areas. And once we are done with this, let's go ahead and click on update once again. And let's see how it looks in the front end. So here we have our contact page. And if we scroll down, here we have our contact form, and just below that we have the Google form that we have just added. Now let's go ahead and see how our form works. So I have just filled up the form with some dummy data, and now let's click on send message, and it says the form has been submitted successfully, which means that our form is working. Now let's see how we can edit our home page, how we can update the images and content, and how we can create new elements on this page using the Spectra plugin. So let's dive in the WordPress backend and see how everything works. So from our WordPress dashboard, we can go to pages, and here we have our home page. So let's click on edit. So here we have the page title, which is hidden right now so that we don't see any page title in the front end. And after that, we have our hero section, and this is using the container block from Spectra plugin. Now, if you want to update the image of this container, we need to go to style from this right hand side panel. And here in the background option, we see our background image. So let's go ahead and remove this one. And let's update a new one from our media library. So let's say we want to add this Christmas cake here. So this is how it's going to look. Now, in order to update the content of this hero section, all we have to do is click on this. And right now it's using the info box block from the Spectra plugin. And if you want to change any text, we can edit everything from here. But let's say we want to add two call to action button on this hero section. So for that, instead of using the info box, we need to use normal heading, paragraph, and a button block. So let's see how we can do that using Spectra plugin. So we are going to remove this block from here. But first, let's go ahead and add our required heading. So we click on these three dots here and then click on add after. And in order to add a new block, all we have to do is just start typing using /. And here we need to search for heading. So this is the heading block from Spectra plugin, which we are going to use. So let's click on this. And right now the default color for headings is this dark color. So that's why we don't see anything here. So first let's go to style. And here from the colors, let's change this to white from our global color palette. And now we can paste this text. So let's copy this from here and let's paste it. And now maybe we can change the font size a little bit. So let's say we make it 65 pixel. And now let's go ahead and hit enter after this so that we can have the text in 2 lines. And then we go back in the general tab to align this text in center. After that, we can copy this text from here. And then we will click on again these 3 dots and click on add after. And let's paste the content here. So we will align this to center. And once again, the text color we will use white from our global color palette. And now we will once again click on add after. And this time we will search for the block. We type in / and then search for button. So this is the button block, again coming from Spectra Plugin. So let's click on this. And if we click on this button, we can edit the text. So now we have recreated this entire hero section content. But this time we are not using the info box. We are just using the heading, paragraph, and a separate button block. So now we can get rid of this one. So we again click on these 3 dots and then delete this block. And now in order to add one more button here, we click on this. And for a better understanding, we just go ahead and open the document view from here. And here we can see the button block. And if we click on this arrow icon here, this shows the button block under this. So all we have to do is just click on this 3 dots again, and then we can duplicate this button. And once we click on this, it is going to create another button with the same style. So here maybe we can add some different text. So now we have 2 buttons in our hero section. And now let's go ahead and update our page. So this is how our new hero section looks like. If we scroll down a little bit, we now have a new section that is our offerings. If we want, we can go ahead and update the title and the description here. And after that, we have a container block. And here we have an image block. And just below that, we have a heading section with a subheading content in it. So let's go ahead and update all these 3 images. And once we click on this, we can see that we have an image block which is coming from the Spectra plugin. And in order to replace this image, we just need to click on change image from here, from the right hand side panel, or we can simply click on the replace option here, and then we can replace an image from our media library, or we can simply upload it from our computer. So let's click on media library here. So let's say we use this image for cookies. So let's select this. And this one looks much better and relevant as our heading. So we can do the same for rest of the 2. And now we have some better looking images here. Once again, let's click on update and let's refresh the front end one more time. And as you can see, we are currently just using the draft generated by AI and it's already looking really professional. Now let's say you want to update this content here. Now let me show you how you can do that using the AI assistant from ZipWP. Once you click on any block, here on the top toolbar, you will find AI assistant icon. If you click on this, it's going to open this new box. It says AI assistant. Now if you notice, it already got the content here in the AI assistant that we have selected here. Now we can go ahead and fix grammar for this content. We can make it longer, shorter, or even translate that into a different language, or even change the tone. So let's say we select the change tone option here, and let's select playful in this case. And now we just got a regenerated content from AI with a different tone. Now this one looks a little bit long, so we can make it short. So let's click on make shorter. So here we have the shorter version of the same. Now we can just go ahead and copy this from here and then paste it here in the subheading, or we can simply click on use this option. And as you can see, it instantly updated the content at the right place. So this is how we can use this powerful AI assistant to update the content of our website. And here we have our stories section. but the image here is not looking very good. So let's go ahead and replace this as well. So we open our media library and let's say we update this image here. And this one looks much personalized, that someone is telling their story. And once again, we can update the content here. Now if we scroll down a little bit more, here we have a testimonial section, but right now we just have one testimonial here. It's using the testimonial block, but instead of this single testimonial, let's go ahead and add a slider where we can show more than one testimonial. So let's go ahead and get rid of this block from here. And now we are going to search for slider. So this is the slider block from the Spectra plugin. So let's click on this. And here we have the slider. Now if you take a look at this document overview, under this container, we have a slider block, and under this slider, we have 3 slider child. So each of these child is a separate slide of our slider. So in order to add or edit any content, all we have to do is just click on the slider child. Let's open this, and here we have a container, and under this we have an info box. Now instead of this info box, we can use any other block from Spectra plugin or the native Gutenberg library in order to create a fancy testimonial here. So let's say we remove this info box from here, and under this container, let's go ahead and add an image first. So let's click on the image block from here, and let's choose an image from the media library. Let's say this one. And let's go ahead and align this in center. And the size we are going to choose is 50, so that we can just have a small thumbnail. And for the object fit, we are going to click on fill. And for the mask, we are going to select a shape as circle, so that we can have a circular image here. And now after this image, we will add another block. And this time we will search for icon list. So here is the icon list block. Let's select this. And now instead of this arrow icon, we will change this and search for star. So here is the star icon. Let's select this one. And here in the content, we will make these icons in horizontal form, and we will align them in center. And we are going to hide the text, that is the label. So let's enable this hide label option. So we only have the icons here. And now let's go to style and then change the color of these icons. We can change the icon color to maybe orange like this one. And if we look at the document view here on the left, we have 3 icons here. Now in order to add one more, we will duplicate this one. And we can change this particular icon as well. So we click on this last one. And here we are going to change this to a half star like this, so that we can show a 3.5 rating. Let's click on main icon list block here, and then we will click on add after, and then we are going to paste our testimonial, that is the main content. And once again, we will change the text color to white, and let's center line this. And maybe we can turn that to italics. And after this text, we are going to add some name here. And for this text, let's go ahead and choose our orange color from here. And we are going to center line this one as well. And let's make it bold. So now this one looks much better for a testimonial. And maybe we can select this container. And now let's go ahead and duplicate this entire slider child, so that we can have multiple copies of this single slide. So let me first go ahead and remove the other 2. And now let's just go ahead and duplicate this one. And let's do it one more time. And now we can just go ahead and update the content for all these 3 slides. So let's say for this one, maybe we can update the image. So let's click on replace, open the media library, and maybe we can choose this guy here. Let's select this. Once again, we will make it 50 pixel, and maybe from the icon list, we can remove the last icon that we have just added, just to make it look different. And let's update the name, something like that. Now let's go ahead and update this. and see how it looks in the front end. So let's refresh our home page. And if we scroll down, here we have our story section, and just below this, we have our testimonial slider. And this one looks much better for a testimonial. So this is how we can use a slider block from Spectra plugin to create a sliding testimonial section. And in the same way, we can go ahead and scroll down and update all the other things that we see here. Now let's say we want to add a new section here, which is like this one, where we have an image on the left and we have content on the right hand side. So to create that, we can reuse all the elements that we have here. So let's say for the heading, let's click on this block, which is an info box. So let's copy this and we can paste this here, and we can change the heading. So maybe something like our story, and below that we can have some sample content. And if you go to the style tab here in spacing, we can add some margin here. So let's say for bottom, we can add 80 pixel. And after this heading, let's say we want to reuse this content structure. So we click on this and we select the main container. So this is the main container, which is holding two containers under it. On the left, we have image, and on the right container, we have all this content. So we can copy this from here. And now if we scroll down, let's click on this info box here, and let's click on add after, and simply paste what we have just copied. So this is going to paste the entire container here with all the content in it. And from the right hand side, if we go to the style tab, so let's say again we add 80 pixel to the bottom. And now we can just go ahead and update the images and content here. So let's say we want to replace this image. So let's select this one. And similarly, we can update the content on the right hand side as well. And using all the blocks from Spectra plugin, we can create an entire section for our story, which will look like this. So this is how we can use all these powerful blocks in Spectra plugin to create some amazing looking pages on our website. Spectra plugin, right? It looks really promising. What else I can do with this? Surely, Spectra is one of the best Gutenberg block plugin that you can use to create amazing looking web pages. And if you want to learn more about Spectra, how it works and what are the different blocks and how you can use them to create some amazing looking sites, make sure you check out this video right here. So this is how you can create your entire website using WordPress without touching a line of code. And as mentioned before, all the resources and relevant information that we have mentioned in this video, you will find all of that added in the video description below. So make sure you go ahead and check that out. If you have any questions, suggestions, or if you want to share any thoughts, make sure you use the comment section below. We would love to hear what you have to say. And in the end, make sure you like this video and share it with your friends and community. And for more WordPress videos like this, make sure you subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell so that you can get notified whenever we upload our next video. That's it for this one, and I'll see you in the next video.